YouTuber and vlogger. I want to know more about how you got into that space.
I started like 6 years ago, so I've been doing it for a while. I just did it for fun, no real motive, just for fun. And then in high school, I did online school for a little bit, so I had a lot more time on my hands, so I just spent it online instead of, I didn't really have any friends and stuff, so it was like my outlet, I guess. And yeah, then it just started to grow from there, and I kind of like shifted my content a little bit to be more like lifestyle based, and I kind of learned what I liked, over time. And then I continued to like meet more people in the space, and I really loved it. So then I moved to LA. Now I'm back in Minnesota, but I'll be back there soon.
So what was the transition like moving to LA from Minnesota?
Very like almost like a culture shock. LA feels like a whole different country almost. It just feels like its own. Have you ever been?
I've been. I covered a few events there when I was younger. I'm from New York,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, it's definitely like its own world. Definitely, to me at least, the little like social media bubble or like influencer bubble kind of felt like its own high school. Like everyone kind of knows everyone, but not everyone's friends with everyone. So, yeah, it was definitely just very different. Obviously, LA is so populated and so much traffic.
Okay.
There's a lot of getting used to. I had to grow up pretty fast, but it was really cool.
So what's your favorite part about being in LA when you're there?
Friends, being able to see them all the time. Also the weather. I love how there's like no snow. It's the best. Like it's just always sunny. It's always sunny.
Sure.
Minnesota, we get snow like half the year. So it's nice.
Are your friends in LA also in the influencer or YouTube space, and do they collaborate on videos with you?
Not all of them, but most of them. I think like naturally that's just like the type of people I meet. And then yeah, I've definitely like collabed with some of my friends, but I don't know, I almost think it's kind of nice to like just have obviously friends that you don't work with. That's really nice too. So I'm going to college in the fall, and that's something I'm looking forward to, is just meeting people who aren't in space, just for like some other like realm of people's backgrounds. But
For sure. Are you studying like broadcast journalism, or what's your major, communications, going into college?
Business marketing.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That'll be a nice tie into like what you do to learn more about like the inner workings of YouTube and like different digital spaces too.
Yeah, I feel like
Like,
it's pretty applicable. Yeah.
for sure. And then I know that you make a lot of vlogs. What kind of vlogs do you make? Maybe like a day in the life, or what kind of videos do you make?
Yeah, I do a lot of lifestyle, but like a little bit of comedy, I guess. Just very fun. Yeah, like day in the life, or like kind of whatever my life is at that moment. So like when I moved home from LA, I did this whole moving series. And then when I announced I was going to college, I did this whole college announcement series. So kind of just depending on the stage of my life, then I adapt my content towards that. And I also do funny stuff though, like Omegle videos, if you've seen them, fun stuff. So
That's awesome. Do you think you'll bring the vlogging with you to college, or is it something you want to maybe stop and take a pause on?
absolutely, yeah, I'm definitely gonna kind of just shift my content to be a bit more college based. So for sure, I definitely am gonna continue at 100%.
For sure. What was your first video or vlog that went viral that you kind of like noticed like people are watching me, and then took your job more seriously?
The first major video that I think it was my Maddie Ziegler. I like copied Maddie Ziegler's Instagram pictures. So I like recreated them and like did this whole video about it. And that wasn't like a huge trend at a time. Those videos weren't. And then after that, it started, like a lot of people loved doing those videos. So that one for sure was definitely a big, like it was super crazy. A lot of people were watching it, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. It was very interesting.
That's awesome. So what was like the reaction from your friends and family at home when they kind of saw that your vlogs and like that you were picking up as like an influencer?
They were super happy for me. I think they were really excited. I had been doing it for so long before that without much traction. And I think that's where like a lot of people who like want to be a YouTuber or something like kind of miss that point. Like I think you have to go into it like with a passion for wanting to do it, because like I was doing it for like 3 years with like gaining really nothing out of it, like not making anything monetarily or like views or anything. And I just did it for fun. And then it will pick up eventually if you feel like a need in the space or something. But yeah, my friends were super excited for me, but I think like I had been doing it for a while, so it wasn't like something new to them, you know.
So they were like, they knew you were going to be successful. They were just waiting for the right time to.
No, I never really asked them that. It's a good question. I
Yeah.
should ask, but yeah, they were really excited.
And then what's your favorite video that you've made?
Probably my Dear Teenage Girls video. I did that like 3 months ago, and it was
Mm-hmm.
it was very different than like a normal video I would post, but it was like a music video style video,
Mm-hmm.
and like basically me and a couple of my friends were in it, and we were like singing the song, but it had a message behind it about social media and how it can affect um, mental health and everything. So I really liked it. It was very different than I usually post, but I got a lot of good feedback on it. So
It sounds like an interesting video. How have you dealt with like maybe social media hate and trolls and just the whole like life of being an influencer? And
some comments bother me more than others, and definitely some definitely really bother me. But I think what I've realized is that if I feed into it, or if, I mean, I never comment back anymore. Like I learned that lesson when I was very young. I don't like engage. But in terms of how I let it affect me mentally, um, I think I just realized that those people don't really know me. They don't really know me. They just know what they see of me online, and there's so much more to me. So they're judging a like image of me or a persona of me, but they don't really know the true me. So I tried to like put that spin on it. So they're not really judging like my character. They're judging my like persona online, I guess.
definitely. I understand what that is and what that's like. And then have you made any like vlogs while in quarantine? What have you been doing to occupy your time?
Yeah, I know it's like a hot topic, obviously. I have just been, honestly, I've been trying to read a bit more, pick up some books, just try to do other things other than be on my phone. Because I feel like when you're in quarantine, that's just such an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So I've been reading books. I've been doing some online classes during the summer just to like keep myself busy, and get some college credits done. And I've been just trying to enjoy time in Minnesota with my family because, you know, I love to be with them. So I've gone like kayaking, just like some very Minnesotan things. It's been fun.
Like from here, like New York City, like that's kind of like impossible to do, or like
I know.
to do.
It
That's
makes
all
you appreciate it much more.
for sure. I've always wanted to take like a vacation somewhere more like rural and more naturey because here it's full of like buildings and a lot of people. Well, not
You
now.
should. You should. I think it's so nice to get out of that like overpopulated bubble and like in the real world, and you just feel so like whole. I don't know how to describe it, but
I have family like in upstate where it's kind of like more suburban. It's always nice,
mhm.
but I always like to keep like doing something, and I feel like it's so like it's such a different like pace of like living there. When I'm there, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like nothing to do, but it's
Yeah,
also
it's so slow. Everything just feels like it's like time has stopped.
when you're not filming. What are your hobbies?
I love to play piano. That's one of my favorite things. Obviously, I like to spend time with my family and friends, just
Mm-hmm.
do whatever with them. Um, and like I said, I've been reading a lot. I like to go on walks a lot, just like
Mm-hmm.
outside in my neighborhood. Um, yeah, I'm pretty simple.
That's awesome
Just
though.
fun things with my family, especially.
And are you working on any other projects right now, or have you been working on anything that your fans can look forward to?
Project I'm working on isn't really a project, but just me going to college in like a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm super excited for that, and I'm super excited to share like that transition with them, and like moving. I'm gonna share that with them, like the dorm tour and all of that. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a whole series and everything, so I'm really excited for that.
Definitely something very relatable to like your audience of like different like high schoolers and maybe even college students are watching like the transition into college. I wish I would have had someone who would like show that experience in the transition when I went to college because it's very different.
Yeah, exactly. I think watching those videos before you go to college, like I've been watching them, it's just like gives you a little bit of ease. Like, okay, like so this is what it was like for this person. I feel like I can do
Yeah.
it.
You'll be great. I remember I worried so much and then went and I was like, oh, this is good. Like it's good.
So you were nervous, but then once you got there, you were fine.
I was super worried because I went to a private girls' school in the city for high school. So I was like, it's very different change of pace, like dorming and then being at like a school with like 6,000 people comparison to like a graduating class of 80. So it was like, it was a lot different, but I like it so far. It's been fun.
You like it? Okay. Yeah, that is a very big difference. I mean, like the population of the schools alone is huge difference.
Sure. But everyone's like really nice. What are your social media accounts where fans can follow you, or maybe your YouTube channel if you want to give that a shout out as well?
Just everything's Sydney Serena. So pretty simple.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. It was great speaking with you.
Yeah, thank you. It was so nice meeting you.